Hi, if you're new here, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Good morning. Have you guys ever heard that chocolate is good for? Maybe you're confused because on the one hand, you hear chocolate is bad, and the other hand, you hear chocolate is good. There's antioxidants. Well, today I'm here to share with you the truth once and for all. Is chocolate good for you? Yay or nay? And can it really metabolism? So today I'm doing a fun one in the spirit of Valentine's Day. I want to share with you guys a really fun and interesting study that was published all about chocolate and how it can influence your metabolism. So stick with me because I'm going to share with you all the things. First, I want to know if you're watching live, type live. If you're watching the replay, type replay. This helps me so much know when you guys are watching, and it tells other people that there's a fun, cool live all about chocolate in the spirit of Valentine. You might want to, do the dishes, drive, listen to, and learn something new today. All right. So drop in the comments if you're live, and if you're new, drop hashtag new. If this is the first time you're watching, and if you're a pro and you've been watching, hashtag pro. This lets me also know like who is in the audience right now. All right, you guys. If you are confused about chocolate, drop it in the comments. Tell me what is your favorite kind of chocolate, and then we are going to write in. And I wanted to show you guys or share with you guys these really, really fun study and how chocolate had impacted the metabolism. Okay, so there was a study done April 2020 to study the impact of chocolate on your metabolism. And around, they got some volunteers and they measured what their metabolism was like at rest and what their metabolism was like when they were exercising after they consumed their chocolate. So they consumed chocolate, got a metabolism check before they started working out, got a metabolism check after they started working out, and they put them on an exercise bike on 2 different intensities. All right. So they're like, let's put you on the bike and see what happens. So there's a caveat. So the people in this study were already athletically trained. Okay. So they were already working out. They had a pretty much a healthy, I would say they probably have a little healthier advantage of that they are already working out. Okay. This study wasn't done on sedentary individuals. This study was done with people who are already making working out part of their life. Okay. So they used women over the age of 21 that they recruited for this study. They were already lean, already worked out, and they already worked out a minimum hours a week with moderate to high intensity workouts. Here's the fun part. These women got to eat chocolate for 30 days straight and get their metabolism measured. Sign me up for this study, okay? Sign me up for this. Tell me I have to eat chocolate for 30 days in a row for science. So let's find out how this study went. So for 30 days, the women ate 100 calories of either dark chocolate or which they used plain old Hershey's Baker Squares, 70% cocoa, or they used white chocolate because of course they have to measure different types of chocolate to see what actually gets the result, right? They were also told not to consume anything else that had high flavonoids. For example, flavonoids are an antioxidant that are found in berries, nuts, and teas or red wine. So they wanted to make sure that chocolate was the only thing in their system as far as high flavonoid foods. Okay. And what they found was that the participants who got for 30 days did increase their resting metabolism. Their resting metabolism got increased. So from having this chocolate for 30 days straight, they didn't even have to work out. Their metabolism increased at rest. What the heck? That is not something I would have anticipated. And they saw an increase. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is what happens when I read studies is I got to make sure I'm very clear. That boost was an average of 9.6%. So that boost about 140 calories a day. So they basically ate 100 calories of chocolate, but then they also received a boost of 140 calories of burn. Interesting, right? The white chocolate people, no significant difference, of course, because I don't think white chocolate has a high flavonoid count. But again, I'm not making assumptions that flavonoids is what did the thing. But the white chocolate study did not see any differences at all in their resting energy. Okay. Um, the one thing to note here is that the ladies who had the chocolate and then exercised, they actually had no change in the calorie burn during exercise. They saw a change in their resting expenditure. Kind of cool, right? So they actually saw a boost in energy at rest. Okay. Um, so what can we kind of gather from this? The hypothesis here is that there's a special mechanism behind the metabolism boost only from the dark chocolate. They might have experienced an improved mitochondrial efficiency. So at the cell level, the mitochondria might have behaved better. So that's kind of cool, right? Efficient down to the cell. And the role of the mitochondria is to generate energy that is necessary to power the cell. So it might be that chocolate, dark chocolate in particular, was kind of like feeding that of the cell. It was feeding what gives you energy and it gave it a little boost, which is kind of interesting. Okay. There are other sources of research that show that if the total antioxidant content had been higher, so they only gave them a small amount, if it had been higher, might have been an opposite effect on the metabolism that actually slows it down if you ate too much. So, interestingly enough, there are other studies that show if the antioxidant count is too high in this situation, that it could have slowed down metabolism. So, the key is a smaller amount, the right amount, and we don't want to have too much, which is like anything, right? So, when we're having a treat, having some indulgence, a small amount is probably going to give you exactly what you need. Okay. So that's kind of an interesting plot twist here. Okay. So here's the story. Chocolate can boost your metabolism even at rest, which is very interesting. Study was done on active women who are already working out 5 days a week. So they tend to probably have a little bit more of an active metabolism. So who knows if they did this study on sedentary people, what the outcome would have been. Okay. There's a couple of takeaways here. So the first one is it's really not a good idea to treat chocolate as a miracle food, but still instead treat it as a treat. Okay. There was a study that showed that flavonoids, and you probably have heard, and actually talked about this with my client group a couple of weeks ago. We talked about antioxidants and flavonoids. They are linked to lower risk of heart-related death. Okay, so cardiovascular deaths. So flavonoids do decrease your dying from heart disease. And other research has linked improvements in our blood flow and our heart health and our cardiovascular function with dark chocolate. So there has been other studies that shown that dark chocolate can improve our heart. Dark chocolate might also be good for our heart. That's kind of cool. So the key takeaway is enjoy your chocolate, but we want to enjoy it in moderation as a treat. But don't go out of your way to purposely try to find this chocolate hack to boost your metabolism. We don't need to do that. We don't have to like hack our systems to and go out of our way to be like Rose said. If I have 2 squares of dark chocolate today, I might get a boost of 40 calories extra burn. Now, the reason I don't want around thinking of that is this could be a slippery slope, right? We could, too much of a good thing could be too much of a good thing. So we don't want to overindulge. And if you're a type of person that knows that chocolate could be a trigger food for you to go down a way that you don't down, then maybe you could skip the chocolate. You don't have to have the chocolate if you know that one square is could trigger you to two square, three square, four square, five square, the whole bar, multiple bars. So if that is like how you feel around chocolate, then maybe you don't have to do this. Okay. So this is just for fun and me interpreting studies and trying to share that with you that, something you might want to try, but you don't have to go out of your way to do it. The second thing is the metabolism boost was pretty small, right? So they gave each people 100 calories of dark chocolate and they saw a boost of 140 calories. So if you minus that 100 calories you just ate, a 40-calorie boost, is it worth it? I'm not sure, but maybe including dark chocolate in your diet for heart health, that might be worth it to you. But again, you don't have to go out of your way. And the third thing is, another little takeaway I wanted to share with you guys is these kinds of things can easily be swooping us into creating health around food for marketing. And you may have heard me talk about health halos before, but it's when marketers take a food and try to produce superpowers out of this food so that you might buy it more. So we have to be aware of halos in marketing because they may try to say that there is some benefit associated with it. But again, where is the dose? How much of it do you need to get this benefit? And I've seen examples like this in coffee, red wine, and now chocolate, is that there's different types of coffees or different types of wines that are supposedly supposed to help you boost your metabolism or be very good for you. But again, right, like in the coffee example, how much of it do you need to actually receive that benefit of the coffee? Like and a lot of times they'll sprinkle some ingredient in the coffee that they'll say like for example, mushroom coffee. They may sprinkle some mushroom powder in it, say you're going to get these extra, but really there's not even enough of the mushroom to call it, beneficial. So we just have to be aware of these health halos that are being applied to food for marketing. The other example, red wine. Red wine is supposed to be us, right? And it has a high flavonoid count, but we drink too much of it. And this red wine is going to take us in the opposite direction. So it's in the dose, right? It's in the dose of like how much do we need to get the benefit, and really be aware of these health halos in marketing. Don't let that health halo be the reason why you buy the thing. So if you want chocolate because you're in the mood for chocolate, that's awesome. But don't pay an extra $5 because the label chocolate can boost your metabolism, right? They put a health halo on it. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for watching. Okay. So my key takeaway as your health and fitness coach and your go-to source for helping spread good science information, especially for women over 35 who are looking to regain their energy, lose some belly fat, and finally feel like themselves again. I want to mention to you that we should focus on a balanced and healthy diet and incorporate health. And that is really the key to sustainable weight loss and overall well-being. All right. And if you guys need some help with eating healthier, I have a free gift for the month of February. I have a brand new recipe pack with some easy, delicious, healthy meals. If you need some new ideas for cooking healthy, I know sometimes eating healthy, some people find it really boring. And what I find is they're just eating the same things over and over again. So sometimes we just need a little bit of variety. If you'd like those free recipes, drop #recipes in the comments. I will send them to you. My gift for you for Valentine's Day. And that is it. I would love to know in the comments, what was your key takeaway? Did you learn something new? Are you going to go out and try having dark chocolate right before your workout? I'm curious if you're going to test this out. if you're going to share this with somebody. So please drop in the comment what your key takeaway is. It lets me know what are the parts of this live that you enjoyed. All right. So until next time, this is Coach Rose rooting for you to say, get after more in 2024. See you later.